Hi, my name is Karen, and I am the Twitchy Stitcher here on FlossTube and Twitchy Stitcher01 on Instagram. I want to welcome you to my craft room. Today is Monday, November 10th, and this is FlossTube number 6. I have my notes here. Welcome if you're new to my channel, and welcome back to all my friends. Thanks for coming back and checking up on me. For October, I had a total of 20,617 stitches, and that brings my yearly total to 196,014 stitches. And from those amounts, you can tell I'm retired and I can stitch whenever I want to. I had one start and 3 finishes, and 1 fully finished. So I'm going to show you my fully finished first, and it is Noel by Satsuma Street. I fully finished it in just a black thrifted frame, and I want to tell you it took me 2.5 hours to get this frame centered the way I wanted it. It was a very difficult fabric, and I tried to pin it, and that didn't work well because the stitches they just kept moving around. I was going to lace it, and that didn't work. So I end up just duct taping the sucker in the back. And I covered it with a nice piece of cardboard so you'll never know that it's duct taped. The next finishes. The first one is Witch's Kitchen by Tiny Modernist. And this is one of her patterns that she only put out 2 or 3 months ago. And this was my 100 stitches a day pattern for September and October. It was, let me see, total 7,488 stitches. And it's just on a purple 14 count Aida. The next finish was Spring Quaker by Primrose Cottage. It's on 16 count white Aida, and it had 2,492 complete stitches. Now in the original pattern, it does say 2024 across here, but since I worked on it in 2025, I call it 2025. But I love the colors; they're just amazing. And my last finish is Hello Winter by Shannon Christine. Now this is a set of 4 that I'm going to frame for my daughter, but I'm going to put it in one frame and do like a flat finish so that she can exchange each piece seasonally. So this is Hello Winter, but I thought you'd like to see them all. And they're just done on 14 count Aida. The next one is Hello Spring. Hello Summer. And lastly, Hello Autumn. So these are all available on Shannon Christine's website. And each one was a little under 3,000 stitches each. Now, the next one I want to talk about is the Halloween countdown that Shannon Christine released. And this is it. Now, she released it as a full color and as a grayscale. And she also released 13 patterns to fill in. So each day you could choose a different set of patterns. So with 13 days to go, she released this pattern. 12 days to go, and you could choose one of these. "11 days to go, and these hang underneath the shelf like a little garland, and you could pick and choose which ones you wanted. And 10 days to go, 9 days to go. All of these are available, were available in grayscale also. I just didn't print out both sets. 8 days to go. One of these 3 will fit on the shelf. 7 days to go. One of these fits at the end of the shelf. 6 days to go, goes in one of the picture frames. 5 days to go, goes in a different picture frame, just one of the 2. 4 days to go. There are 2 round frames that these will fit into. So you're left with lots of stitches to do for little ornaments or anything else. 3 days to go. That fits into the central frame. 2 days to go. And 1 day to go. So this was quite the coup, and I'm really going to have fun stitching it. The next one is my whips. And Whip Go for October. This is Luna by Nora Corbett. And I worked on the pumpkins for Laura's pumpkin birthday sal. So I worked in here and did all this and right up through here. And I did 404 stitches. Oh, this wasn't a whip go. I just put it in to work on it during Laura's birthday month. And this is Princess Pondworthy. She's from fine frog stitching, and I finished her upper face and the lower part of her neckline and started on her bow. I did 1,213 stitches, and I'm now at 31.7%, and this is on a sewing shop fabric called Kapow. And so Princess Pondworthy. And I'll show you what she'll look like when she's finished. And if you remember, this is from the same designer as my my Pink Goose Witch. I don't know if it's going to focus or not. And the next one is my Peppermint Purple Sal. Yes, this project has been going on since 2023. I am almost finished. I worked on these right in here, and I also worked on those up there. And as you've heard me say before, I'm not happy. I'm not a black work girl. It's going to be beautiful when it's done, but it is a bit of a struggle. The next one I worked on is another Shannon Christine called Cup of Cheer. And I did 1,067 stitches. And I did most of this cup right here. So next I have to work on the text up here. And this is on Aurora Borealis, a fabric by The Sewing Shop. The next one is Snow White. And that was a whip go challenge. And this is by Tiny Modernist. I did 2,576 stitches. I worked in here and all this down here. So this project is now at 47.9%. So it will be going ahead with me into 2026. It won't be done this year. The next one was my new start, and it's called Kaleidoscope, and it is by Yasmin's Made with Love. And a few of my friends and I got together and we decided to all do a Yasmin's Made with Love stitch. Karen, the Stitchy Now's is doing a penguin stitch called Flame Zing. Mary and Laura are doing the Gothic Bat. So Mary's stitching corner and Laura's stitching by the shore. So you have to see, this is an amazing stitch. And Melanie of Uplift Stitches and I decided to work on Kaleidoscope. So that's this stitch right here. But we both decided to leave the alphabet off the top and the bottom and just do all these massive Quakers. And in October, I did 3,048 stitches. and it is now at 44%. And this is on a 14 count. God, the light's not working well with me today. This is on a 14 count Ada called Birthday Cake. And the next one I worked on was my leap year sal that you see every month, the Edwardian dollhouse. And this month, I've finished the sewing room. I only did 396 stitches, but I did a day and a half of back stitching. And it's now at 70.2%. I'm really impressed with this house. What I have left to do is the kitchen, the dining room, and the front yard area, the door. So this is what I have left to do, just this stuff here. So it will be a finish for next year. Hopefully, I'm thinking by the fall. And I'm going to get this one framed. So I'm looking forward to that. The next one was a Whipco call, The Sorceress by Joan Elliott. And that's this one right here. And if you watch Katkin and Lily, she just got it framed. So hers is a fabulous finish. So I'm not, I think it was, I believe, 2 floss tubes ago, not the latest one, but I think the one before that or before that one. But, and this is on Shirley Temple, the fabric. And it's peaches and oranges, so even the fabric is about Laura's birthday sal. And that's what I have done so far. I did 2,895 stitches, and I got this part of the chair done. I got her hat done, her face, and most of her hair, and this sleeve. So there was a lot of finish on this project this month, and I'm really pleased with it. I'm not sure if it will be a finish in 2026, but it'll definitely be close to a finish for next year. There's still quite a bit of her chair to go and her skirt. A black cat and the cushions. And a lot, of course, beadwork and all those lovely things that go with it. And the last thing I worked on was Whole Lot of Latte. And I got 400 stitches in it. And I got the saucer basically done. This is a Dimensions project. And it's on 14 count partridge by the Sewing Shop. And it is now at 50.8%. So that'll be a finish next year, which I'm looking forward to. As we have a coffee bar in our house, so this has already got a place to hang once it gets framed. And I just wanted to go over, let me see, what else is there? I have some patterns. And There. Shannon, of course, is quite prolific. So the ghost house was one of her patterns from this month. The glistening tree. Pumpkin spice. Now, I just bought this pattern. This is an older pattern that's been on her site for a while. The autumn fox. Snow Friends 2. And she also has freebies on her website, on her Facebook page. So she's been giving us a freebie every Friday. It's been wonderful. The first one is Beautiful Hat. Pumpkin the cat. Autumn Star. And this one, she has a large size in her on her website. And gingerbread in a wreath. Primrose Cottage also sent me a freebie this month. And I have been reading Fourth Wing again. I read it once. Well, actually, I'm listening to it. So I listen to it when I'm stitching. And Cross Stitch Curiosity has this pattern. Now, it's large, but it's done in a stained glass. And I found out after I had done my butterflies and flowers too earlier this year, I really like that 310 stained glass effect. And this isn't one of the dragons from Fourth Wing, but it just seems to represent the magnificence of the beast. So I hope to start it next year. Now, I do follow Laura Stitching by the Shore. So I Spy for October was a scary animal. And in the Sorceress is an owl. Now, owls aren't scary to me, but they can startle you if you're outside and you don't notice them going by until they've gone by and you go, ha, what was that? And Starts with a B was a black cat in a Sorceress, even though I didn't get to stitching it yet. Tricky to Stitch, the Peppermint Purple 2023 Sal. A Treat to Stitch, Cup of Cheer. Love the aqua colored mug. I just love those colors. 10 Motives in a Project was my Snow White tree. Less than 10 Motives in a Project was my fireworks that I finished, but it's gone. It was part of the ATC cards, and I already showed it last month, even though it didn't really get finished until this month. A Wavy Shape, the tree branch in the bottom of the Snow White tree. If you watch the branch, it's got a wave through it. Something Black, the Edwardian Dollhouse, the Singer Sewing Machine, of course. Origami Shape, Princess Pondworthy. My granddaughter had a girlfriend, I think she was from Japan. Anyway, she did origami, and I remember her doing a little origami frog, and I thought, that is so cute. So, and a project with two candy corn colors was the Sorceress. Her fabric is the orange and the white. my plans. In November, I have plans to start I'm going to be doing a Flossmas with Karen the Stitching Owl. We're going to be working on it together. And I'm going to do the setup and framework for my Flossmas project. And I'm also going to be doing a second cross stitch to show during the Flossmas. And I'm going to be getting the framework for that done ahead of time too. So one will be a large Christmas advent, and the second one is going to be 3 mini nutcrackers from Shannon Christine. With go calls for November are Luna and the Glorious Seahorse. So you'll see both of them again. I'm going to continue my Edwardian Doll House, the Leap Year Sal. Continuing my Christmas stitch, which is Cup of Cheer. And continuing my Halloween stitch, which you will see next time. And that's the framework I showed you, the Halloween Countdown by Shannon Christine. I want to thank you all for watching. And if you enjoy what you saw, please subscribe and comment. I love the comments, and I respond to each and every one of them. And thank you for taking the time to watch my channel. So please be true to yourself, stay safe, and have a happy Remembrance Day in Canada. Thank you. Bye.